911, where's your emergency?
I need an ambulance right away. My son just overdosed on heroin.
What's your address?
Please.
What's your...
He's unconscious. Please, hurry. Please, hurry.
Living my life in the rear view when I'm haunted by my past, and sometimes I just wanna die. I need to change my ways, mama, I'm gonna try. But that's a lie, cause you heard me say that 1,000 times. I said, Lord, please help me, cause I've been living unhealthy. And the life that I've been living, Lord, can I really be forgiven for? I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I
What is the definition of the lost angel? A being with the potential of bringing the highest glory to the composition of humanity? An individual who by design was created to be an example? As a human community, we are all examples. Some of us are guides. Some of us are leaders. Some of us follow. In the midst of living a destiny oftentimes never taught fundamentally, we are inspired to build our own heaven or build our own hell. What is the definition of a lost angel? In the image of our Creator, we came to bring divine attention to how beautiful free will is. How kind having the power to see your visions meet the force of manifestation and through time and work become real. But what happens when we manifest pain, sorrow, doubt, depression, corruption, or the complete loss of hope? What type of reality becomes the circumference around how we spend our time if we're lost in a negative version of our own strength? For many who deserve a second chance at peace, they become addicted to searching, fighting, crying, addicted to lying, giving up, addicted to dying.
California's millennials continue to flood hospital emergency departments because of heroin, a trend that has increased steadily statewide and in Los Angeles and Orange counties over the past 5 years, according to the latest figures.
The opioid crisis is an emergency, and I'm saying officially right now, it is an emergency. It's a national emergency. We're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money on the opioid crisis.
But you need emergency powers to address it.
We're going to draw it up, and we're going to make it a national emergency. It is a serious problem, the likes of which we have never had. You know, when I was growing up, they had the LSD, and they had certain generations of drugs. There's never been anything like what's happened to this country over the last 4 or 5 years. And I have to say this, in all fairness, this is a worldwide problem, not just a United States problem. This is happening worldwide, but this is a national emergency, and we are drawing documents now to so attest.
My name's Mike Sparks. I live here in San Fernando Valley, Woodland Hills area. And we're out looking for someone right now to help him because she's homeless, she's using drugs, and we want to get her help. You know, a big thing is a lot of people, you know, are forgetting about these people that have heroin addiction problems, meth problems, and some kind of mental problems, and they're being left behind. You know, how many times do you think you drive by a person that's homeless right now? You know, I used to do it all the time. So, you know, my girlfriend was affected by what's happening right now. She's my ex now, but we still care about her, and so we're going to take you for a little ride and show you how it is right now in the valley.
Dear God, Listen, how did I fall to this lonesome place? With the latchkeys and losers and scattered debris, with angels and addicts and poets and thieves. Dear God, please tell me what I'm doing here. We're all wrapped in confusion, distrust and fear. Well, what can I do to find me some peace with angels and addicts and poets and thieves? We're searching for answers in the dark skies above. We battle our demons, and we hope.
People don't understand the disease, and it's bad right now. People are dropping like flies. So, we decided, me, Nick, and Christian are deciding to help people on the streets and see if they want the help. We're talking to them. We're meeting up with them on a daily basis. See if we get them the help that they really need. The only reason we're doing this is because my girlfriend is one of these people now, and it's affected me because it's a girl that I once, that I was in love with, and to where she is now. It's fucking crazy. Hopefully we run into her right now. We're about 2 minutes away from the location, and we'll see if we can convince her to go to rehab again.
She's in that camping tent right there.
Allie, meet me at the gas station. What you just seen right now is my ex-girlfriend.
That's her living in a tent, Mike.
Living in a tent. What do you think,
It's heartbreaking.
Isn't it?
It's really sad.
It is sad.
But you know what? We're out here and we're gonna help her.
We're gonna see what we can do to help her.
See who we can talk to.
The best thing I can do is give her hope. And hopefully I can help her out.
Hi, Allie. We love you.
Doing, sweetheart?
Collecting all my belongings.
That's what you do every day, is collect your belongings.
I get robbed every single fucking day. It's no joke. It's hard out here for a junkie.
Overall, emergency department visits among heroin users of all ages increased, but the sharpest was among the state's young adults.
Dude,
So right now you're not feeling well, right?
Well, no, I think I'm just more jonesing, but I'm not gonna feel well soon.
So you need to mix the speed with the heroin?
I only mix the speed with the heroin. I won't do shots alone.
And what does that do to you?
Euphoricness, the love of my life, in the most disgusting way possible. Fuck, you think Jimmy's home? There's no way to tell, right? I fucking gave that fool an Xbox 2 days ago and he didn't break me off shit, bro.
You gave him an Xbox?
Yeah, and he was supposed to hit me back and he fucking didn't.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Can we get cigarettes? Can you get some cigarettes? Can you buy me some cigarettes?
That's cigarettes coming right now.
From who?
Calling him to get him.
Oh my god. Only thing worse than a bitch is a bitch ass nigga.
Let me see.
Fucking tearing my shit up, bro.
Picking at yourself?
That's from shooting.
From shooting?
Yeah. I'm fucking stabbing the shit out of myself and I fucking can't take it anymore. Fucking ruining myself. So I'm really trying not to poke myself unless it's worth it, you know? Like when things are going well and simple and things are good, it's like, well, let me fuck shit up real quick because like I know that like when things are fucked up in my life and chaotic as fuck, like that's comfortable for me. When people tell me I'm a piece of shit, like that sounds good to me because that's what I'm used to hearing. So it's like super fucking weird. Like I realize I'm a huge self-sabotager, and like I always used to be like, oh, I'm afraid of failure, I'm afraid to fail. Nah, like I'm afraid to succeed. Actually, it took me a long time to realize that, and it's actually like sad as fuck, dude. Like I just realized like a year and a half ago, like I have a lot of potential. Like I actually like can do something with my life, and I never really thought I could. And
You think I like seeing you on the streets?
I think that you don't. You already chalked it up to a loss, so it doesn't really matter.
How do you know that?
Because you told me.
And why do you think I keep on coming to see you? I'm trying to help you.
I don't know. Maybe because like the idea of me dying makes you sad.
I'm only human. It's hard to count all of the mistakes I made. I'm only human. Don't have the power to save the day I came. I'm only human. Nobody's perfect. I've been ashamed of things I've done. I need improvement. I need to work it. So many things for change to come.
Y'all breathe the same air, share the same living space, breathe the same from the day that we came up out of mom's womb. Character traits from our parents, we behave how we were taught to. Identified by a country and a state and a race and the faith we belong to. From our face, what we label, the name we respond to. Are too innocent until we get imprinted from the images we witnessed and eventually resemble what we gone through. Some people say the shape of your fate is beyond you. Others say the fate is what you make it. I try to do right cause they agree with the state when they see you make a wrong move. But I ain't superhuman, I don't got a cape or a costume. Homie on the dog food, thought he got clean. Talking to him, all we doing is nodding out sleep. Who am I to judge him, hard for me to drink a nine fiends. Scared they gonna find my dead body on the box spring. Know a lot of cool chicks, some with daddy issues. Hard to tell how many men have been up in the mouthpiece. Me and fuck a ton of women, they get certified pimp. When the shoe was on the order for they hollow out freak. Like she isn't right material, both got venereal diseases. Burning while they piss. Friends in long-term relationships, lying to each other. Never told them about the dirty way and dead kids that are now searching for a dad. Young adults feel they fall to their parents cause they run a college grad. I got background check, you do research about your past, but I never know that person in the flesh cause
I'm only human.
What's your name?
You call me G.
And what do you do?
Sell dope.
Do you sell, specifically what do you sell?
Specifically, sell heroin, a little bit of crystal, but I never sell the drug that you use. So I basically sell the heroin.
Save yourself, for the devil's on his way. So you pray, so you pray, but you can't hide. You can't hide when evil calls your name.
Obviously you get a lot of customers.
Absolutely.
So, do you notice within the past, I'd say 2 years to now, the growth in heroin sales?
It's just taking over the market. You know, I used to sell cocaine, and did a little bid for a sales case. Came out and everyone was on heroin. So I had to switch up the game a little bit and start selling something that I never knew nothing about. You know, I don't use it, never tried it.
What emotion do you if any do you feel for people that are overdosing and continuously come back for it? How do you view the drug epidemic? I would say.
You know, sometimes it's a soft spot. You know, my brother died of a heroin overdose, so I never in a million years thought that I would be selling heroin. But you gotta keep up with the game, you know, and the game has changed to that. It's an unfortunate event that has happened, but, you know, you gotta eat out there, and I gotta make my money, so you gotta stick with what's hot, and heroin's what's hot.
When evil calls your name.
Next week from now, I'm gonna tell you about. But see, when I kick alcohol, I gotta go to the hospital. You know, I can't. Oh my God, this got to go too. If I really want to be right with him, to curse him.
What is your name?
Carmen Marie Santiago.
And you've been out here for how long?
Since 79.
Off and on,
yeah.
Off and on.
Yeah,
so let me ask
prison.
you, if we offer you help, will you take it?
Yeah. I gotta go to detox. When I detox, I kick hard. You know, a heroin person, they never been on heroin, but you know how they kick off the heroin? Well, alcoholism is the same way. Get sick.
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm lining up a lot of people right now. I'm getting connections with other treatment centers,
What's
sober
your name?
livings. My name's Mike Sparks.
Can I have some cards?
Yeah. Do you have,
I need
any
some
more
help.
cards?
I need some help. I might.
Do you have a phone?
You know, but I don't know the number. But can you pull it up?
Yeah. I'll give you my number.
No, just what you do. Just call your number.
Okay. So look, what is this on?
Yeah, I dropped it twice. I got another phone too. I got two phones.
I got 2 phones.
Well, yeah.
How do you open this thing?
Mike, come on, we ain't gonna act brand new now. What's up? No. You gotta have a sense of humor to mess with me. Here we go.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you my personal cell phone number, okay?
No, you gotta do it yourself. I don't know. All I know how to do is answer and call out. All that stuff them kids be doing and playing internet, website, and all that retarded.
You getting this on
baby.
the phone? My number.
When I want something, I had to go to my kids. Can you pull this up for me? Mama, hell, just pull it up. What's your name?
Ty.
Ty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hi, Nino.
Don't let nobody touch your back, your stomach. Oh, they got some. Ooh. And yours?
Christian.
Christian? You got to go. That's my ex last name.
Really?
I was married. I got 4 kids that's named Christian, the last name.
Okay, so say if you want to call me.
See, that's sad. I don't even know how to pull no numbers up.
It says Mike Sparks.
Okay, Mike Sparks.
That's my personal
Okay,
phone
let me
number.
ask you a question. If I was to call you Monday, tomorrow, I even want to go right now, I can't detox. I have to do, I know the last time they put me in the hospital for alcoholism for 5 days, and they put me on the Valium in the IV in Liberty. Because see, your body can go, there's certain levels of disease and you can die.
Right.
I can't kick like that. I'm like a heroin addict. I've never been on here. You know, you understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I got to get on something.
Well, I'm lined up with a couple treatment centers in San Fernando Valley area.
Detox
centers. And what they're doing is they're willing to take people off the streets and help them out. So that's what I'm lining up right now. So if you keep in contact with me,
okay,
I'll get you the help that you need.
So what's your name?
Connie Rebollo. They call me Mama Cuba.
Mama Cuba. Are you from Cuba?
No, I was born and raised in Boston.
Boston. How did you end up in Los Angeles?
I went to Vegas, and from Vegas I jumped here because I want to go to the beach. I like the beaches and stuff.
Awesome. So how's are you currently an addict?
Yes.
What do you use?
I use crack cocaine, sometimes methamphetamine. I drink alcohol just to get over the depression and stuff. I go through a lot.
You go through a lot of depression?
Yes.
And how did you end up on Skid Row?
Homeless. I was living in Long Beach, but I wasn't on my boyfriend's lease, and so they gave me an hour to move out, so I had to come out here.
And you've been out here for how long?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. Have you ever sought to maybe get like some sort of help or counseling or treatment to get yourself into a better position?
Yes, but I go into depression. And it's a lot. I have a son that's been down 21 years in Boston. He's been in prison. It's a lot.
Gotcha. And if you had the chance to get help or treatment or get yourself into a rehab facility, is that an opportunity you would take?
No.
No? You like it out here?
I like it out here. It's not that I like it out here. I can help people too. I help the people, you know. They come and they donate stuff, and all these people they just grab everything. No, I give to the old people, you know, when they give cases of water, try to help them, you know, give them the older people from here, you know, like the pregnant woman. And
What's it like out here at nighttime?
It's crazy. Yeah, but nobody bothers me really, because we're all Cuban here. Not only that, we're all Cuban. Everybody knows me. No blacks. I can go anywhere at night and nobody's gonna bother.
You ever get scared?
No.
You feel like you're protected here?
Yes.
So you pretty much know a lot of people out there?
Yes.
How often do you use a day?
Huh?
How many times a day do you use drugs?
Nah, just twice, 2 times, like that. When I can afford it, but I don't afford it, you know, I just work for it and that's it.
So if you ever had a chance to change your life, would you?
Yes. I'm a certified translator.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss Boston?
Yes. I miss it, but it snows too much. It's too cold. I don't like the cold. I have 23 operations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then I have 5 dogs.
And you live here in this tent?
Yes. My dog, this is Cachucha. She just has a litter of 6. Here's one of them. She had a litter of 6, but they stole one on me.
Oh, they stole one of yours?
Yeah, they stole one of them.
Really?
Yeah, one of these like that. But there's a little brown one. They're all hides. They're all over the place. Here, come here. Okay? There's one over here.
Oh, cute.
That was one. They hide. They roll themselves up.
Oh, there's 2 more right here, hugging each other.
There's 2 more. So there's one. Is there a little brown one there?
Yeah.
Grab them for me. Yeah, mommy.
And that's the mom?
Yeah. That's mommy. Mommy, all right, 1, 2. We're missing a white one. They all crawl. They're blind still because they haven't opened up the door. They're only 5 days old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. What age did you start using it?
With age, when I was 10 and a half, I started smoking weed.
Weed? When did you finally start hitting hard drugs?
Hard drugs when I was 15, 14, 15. I have 3 kids, 8 grandchildren, 3 great grand. My parents live in Tampa, Florida.
Tampa?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, they don't like the situation that I'm in, but I tell them not to worry. I'm okay. And I'm okay.
You talk to them often?
Not really, because I don't like to put them. I just call my mom and tell them okay. And I'm on this. But I went to school.
So if we ever give you an opportunity to change your life, would you take it?
Yes, I would. So, but not going into no rehab because it's different. I'm sorry. Here you are. No time to come. Half a tail. Yes, todo el mundo ahí, everybody there, okay, everybody go eat. Hey you, go on, let's eat.
And is this where you smoke crack in here?
No.
No.
No. I smoke outside. The dogs, I like it, that's fine. They'll get sick and stuff like that. But see, I have 23 operations, and I've always been sick. I got pushed 3 stories, and I broke my back, crushed my ankle, bunch of my skin. I have no help. I help myself. Get out. You need to throw that away. I'm smoking out here because of my dogs. That's what it is. Mande usted. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó con Mamá Cuba? ¿Qué me está llamando, man?
La comida aquí.
Ok, gracias. You always have to make it tight. Because if you make it tight, it's not going to come out right. Okay. Take this, we open this. This is a 20. Rock. This is a rock. 20. This numbs my pain. Because I'm always up. Okay. I put the whole thing on it. I smoke little by little bit. Okay? Okay. This way the way you do slow. That's the oil. This is the pureness of it. When you dry it, you hold it in as much as you can. Let it go. Okay? Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Numbs my pain.
We're out here and we want to help. We want to help. And we understand that there's a big problem right now. No one's doing nothing about it.
Emergency responders, those who work in recovery programs, and parents of children addicted to heroin say the figures are unsurprising, given the increase in prescription painkiller abuse that has likely led to more adult young people using heroin.
This is Ed. He was a daily heroin user for over a year before he got clean, and he's here to explain some of the ways everyone gets heroin addiction wrong.
It's gonna be fun. Movies portray heroin addiction as happening instantly. You jab that needle into your arm and boom, you're a skinny bass player in a grunge band. I've literally never met anyone who was introduced to heroin with a needle. Most start by popping or smoking pills. And when you first start using opioids, you can use daily for weeks with no withdrawal effects whatsoever. I used to get totally wasted with my girlfriend Sally every night and woke up every morning clear as a bell. So it was super easy to think,
hey, why not use again?
It was like drinking without a hangover. Turns out the really bad part of heroin isn't the physical dependency, it's the addiction. There's a difference. People act like addictive drugs are just needles full of addiction gremlins. But I didn't use heroin because of heroin. I used it because I had serious problems in my life that I wasn't addressing. The gremlins were inside me all along. Heroin helped me ignore them, which made quitting harder because I had to face not only withdrawal, but all the crap I'd been trying to avoid in the first place.
I can't take it, man. My arm!
This scene from Requiem for a Dream is pretty melodramatic. When this happened to my girlfriend, we just drained her abscess with a hot compress and disinfected razor blade. Blackened limb rot was so commonplace it was practically boring. The real danger is buying stronger heroin than you're used to by accident. Since there's no FDA for illegal street drugs, heroin potency is less closely monitored than, say, orange juice pulp. It's pretty easy to get some fire dope by accident. That's the equivalent of ordering a latte, but when you go to take a sip, you find out it's made of shotgun blast.
Ugh, casuals.
Some people think the danger of heroin is that you might inject some that's been cut with Drano or something. No. The danger of heroin is accidentally injecting heroin that's too damn good. So I guess it's more like ordering a latte and accidentally getting a mocha latte. And then, this is getting dark. Let's talk about my penis for a second. Eventually I got arrested because while heroin made it hard for me to keep a job, it created a lot of opportunities for petty theft. And since I couldn't get any horse in jail, I quickly discovered that one of the side effects of heroin withdrawal is uncontrollable orgasms. And not the good kind, the bad kind of orgasm. Yes, those exist. Since heroin numbs your body, getting clean involves being hypersensitive, so I was climaxing painfully whenever anything came into contact with my junk. And prison is just full of stuff you don't want to be coming on. I'm clean now, and my dick works again. Withdrawal only lasts 3 weeks, the physical symptoms anyway. After those subside, only 2 things remain. The first is post-acute withdrawal syndrome, which means depression, insomnia, restlessness, overwhelming guilt, and in my case, vivid nightmares. In one, I have a bag of dope in my hand and I'm looking for a place to shoot up, but every time I find one, I get interrupted. The dream always ends with a needle in my arm, and just before I push off, I wake up. But the worst part is the problems that made me turn to heroin in the first place. They're still here. And they actually got worse while I was high because instead of working on them, I had been really, really high. My point is that if I were going to give a review of heroin, it would be negative.
If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over. If I can be an example of getting sober, then I can be an example of starting over.
We fall so hard, now we gotta get back what we lost. I thought you'd gone, but you were with me all
My name's Ty Appleman.
Where are you from?
From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Honestly, man, I had a perfect childhood. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. 2 loving parents. All around awesome family. Lots of things to do growing up. My family supported me in whatever I wanted to do. It wasn't until, after high school, really, I was away from home that I kind of got it into a little trouble. My drug using really took off about 2008, 2009. I had a good friend whose uncle passed away, his mother passed away, and his grandmother passed away in a short time span, and left him a bunch of money. And he soon found out that he had cancer right after that. And so he kind of dabbled in opiates, dealing with that, and then I would go over there, do them every now and then with him, and then once he was in remission, he kind of found heroin, and had a bunch of money to blow through, so that's where it all kind of started, just with him.
So, would you say your drug of choice is heroin?
Oh, absolutely. Any kind of opiate, Roxy's. Well, it really started off with like Loratabs and stuff, and then, for years, I could do it just once a month, twice a month. And then, one day I woke up and I realized I was a heroin addict, and there was no turning back. I raced motocross professionally, and I mean, I was getting hurt a lot, traveling around. And so that's where I really kind of found out that I liked the feeling. And then, once I knew that was always there, and I could fall back on that, when I I graduated from high school, decided to take a year off of college after that. That's when it all kind of went downhill. Had a lot of free time, I wasn't really racing as much, just kind of partying. And then it just went from there, just skyrocketed. And I wouldn't say I never really used to mask anything or to run away from any feelings. Never really used drugs as a scapegoat. It was a party that kind of lasted a little too long. And then, one day you wake up and you're dope sick and you're, freaking the fuck out. And that's when you start pawning shit, stealing, whatever you have to do to get well. I never really lost hope, though. I think that's the thing. I guess a little part of me was afraid to die, but the majority wasn't. But there was always that hope in that I had, that I kept with me throughout the whole thing, that that kind of drove me to I guess stay alive, really.
Prescription opiate painkillers often become a gateway into heroin. Users get hooked, and once they do, heroin is cheaper and easier to get. Injecting, snorting, smoking, the high is easy, as is the grip of addiction. Heroin destroys the lives of users, their families, and our communities. It strikes everywhere, in your neighborhood and mine. It affects us all, rich and poor, white collar and blue, young and old, men and women. Let's face it, heroin addiction is real, and it's killing us.